Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Kol Holoim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Dash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aqua that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Schwab and Guam back at you with another lesson. And, the title of this lesson is going to be called "That Money Bag Will Be Worthless." All right, I believe that's what I named it. And that money bag into monopoly money, meaning it's going to be worthless. It's going to have no value no more. Money is not going to exist. All right. Right now, pushing right now they pushing that agenda of making everything digital currency. All right. Everything's being made digital currency. All right. You got all these different types of networks that they're trying to push. You got this new jam decks that they're speaking about. They're gonna fool a lot of people with that one right there. Especially that they're offering $2,500 as a sign-on bonus. Jake was going crazy when Biden was just pushing out 1,400 for a pandemic relief. Imagine an extra $1,000 boost on it, But going back to the title, all right, everything's just gonna become monopoly money. None of this is gonna ever matter. It's gonna become worthless. So chasing that money bag is worthless. All right, because once they implement that MOTB, everybody's gonna be throwing their money on the streets, which that's biblical. Let me grab that. This is Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their soul, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Right? So this came over. All the people that claim all you women out there, making money, getting that bag, all that shit is gonna be worthless. You're gonna have no value on it, man. They're literally gonna be throwing their cash on the streets because money exists no more. All right, that's just antique. So again, Ezekiel 7:19, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be delivered of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shai. It shall not satisfy their souls, neither feel their bowels, because there's the stumbling block of their iniquity, and a lot of people, man, that's their God, money. That's why a lot of people gonna go crazy when they can't get that money back no more. All right. And what actually got me to do this lesson is a post that been going around Instagram. I'm gonna read it real quick. Bring it up. Give me 1 second. It says Project Sandman describes 100+ nation agreement that, when triggered, will see those nations simultaneously dump the dollar and abandon the petrodollar status that has allowed the USA to enjoy 50 years of fiat currency, counterfeiting, and material abundance at the expense of everyone else. When this decision is triggered, the dollar and all the dollar dominated assets will plunge to near zero literally overnight. See, and you're seeing that happen out there in Russia, man. You got people out trying that money no more. They're already into that digital currency. You see? So people taking out their money out of the banks, which when this economy crashes, man, you're gonna lose that. If you got something in your bank account, you're gonna lose all that shit. That's why I myself, like, I know people will say some shit like, oh, well, it's smart to have money in the bank. Well, I ain't never had money in the bank. I ain't never deal with banks. I ain't never deal with credit cards. Yeah, I got one. I got my little credit card that I use here and there, but I ain't never got shit in it. Because at the end of the day, that's a way of them tracking your every move, tracking how much you're spending. If they need to take money out of your bank account, you see, they just take that shit without asking. They just come right to your bank account, take it if you owe money somewhere. That's why I never liked that shit. I keep it old school. Look, money in the box, in the shoe box, in the safe, or something like that. But I never agreed with having money in the bank, because that shit is just a way to take your money, man. And they'll garnish your pay if you owe something. You're in debt, But this is showing you that overnight everything will turn to zero. So if you have money in those days in your bank account when it happens, which is soon to happen, really, really soon, all right, because now you see all this, you see the CBDC everywhere. You see all these different countries one by one are starting to gradually go into that banking system that they want, which it all leads to what? It all leads to that one, charagma, the Caracs. That was part of their agenda. That's the gradualism that they give you right in front of your face, man, on a daily basis. To the point where you think it's just like, all right, they've been talking about it for the last fucking, 6-7 months. Might as well just do it. Let me just roll with the game plan here. Which honestly, see, if our people were smart, people in society, period, was smart. You got what you call, I don't know if I could use it in that term, but boycotted. When you don't want something to, progress, you just pretty much boycott it. Everybody just stands against it and just says, hell no, we ain't doing this. But because everybody follows the ways of America and believes that America's always got the fucking answer, everybody will always go to, Egypt for help. All right, well, this is what they say. Let me just do it. If the government tells your ass to jump off the top of the building today, it's healthy for you, people will do that shit because they believe what the damn government says, man. But at the end of the day, it's all the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. These things will take place anyway, so there's no stopping the judgment. There's no stopping the prophecies that are coming. All right, but if people will stand up more against the government and just say, man, we ain't down with the society, they really can't proceed with it. But hey, that's how it is. That's right. That's right. Beautiful. Yeah, let me bring those up. Shalom, shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Exactly. See, so you being righteous, you doing the will of the Lord, man, doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is what's gonna save you. Your money ain't gonna save you at the end of the day, man. All right. When Yahweh Bashim Yahushua comes with his destruction, man, what are you just gonna pull out your checkbook and say, nah, you know, I got a check for you. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. He's just gonna bring destruction. So riches profit not in the day of wrath. But see, you doing this work, you calling upon the name of the Lord, all right? That's what's gonna save you. You believing, okay, is what's gonna save you. That's what's gonna save you. All right, Ecclesiasticus 31. Beautiful. 31:1. Watch it for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. Yeah, because you watch it for riches, which that you being about riches is all being carnal minded. You see? So that's why it says it consumeth the flesh, you know, because you being carnal minded is you being fleshly with it. So you constantly watching for riches, hoping that you get this, get that has to do with money. All right. Eventually you just end up doing carnal minded stupidity. You know, it says, in the care thereof driveth away sleep. Yeah, you know, you put too much care into the riches more than what's really important. You know, people literally put money over their own life. Your life is more important than riches. All right. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. This is Second Timothy. I mean First Timothy, Salakia. 1 Timothy 6 and I'll start from 3. It says, if any man teach otherwise and consent not to the wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, to the doctrine which is according to godliness, all right, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. Yeah, so, you know, you're supposed to actually be doing the will of the Lord, man. And if you're not doing the will of the Lord, all right, it's because you're more attentive to the things of this world, the things of the society, which wealth, riches is one of the main things. All right. And a lot of people think because they have money, they're blessed, you know, they think because they have some money in the bank, all right, and they could buy things, they're like, oh, you know, the Lord bless me, you know, he's so great. But when your ass is broke, you ain't saying that, you know. When they broke, they're not saying anything like that. Okay. So it says, you know, and anybody that's in that type of mentality, that's not preaching the Heavenly Father's doctrine, all right, is a proud man. He knoweth nothing, right? And then it said, going back to 5, 6, and 5, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. But godliness with contentment is great gain. You see, having this truth is great gain. It says, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. You know, you can't bring these riches with you when it's the time of your wrath. When your ass is being put to death, all right, you're not going to put it in your pocket and you're going to wake up in the spirit world with all your money. No way. So it says, and having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. All right. But this is the point. It says, but they which will be rich fall into temptation and snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts. Yeah, because when you all about your riches, you focused on your riches. When you all about your riches, them riches blind you for what's truly reality. That's why, like, if you look at these damn these damn devils that rule the world, man. You think if they woke up broke tomorrow, you think they'd be able to survive? Hell no. You know, because they're all about their money. You see, if they have to wake up tomorrow and say, I can't put gas in my yacht, you know, he ready to slice his own throat because he can't put gas in his yacht. You see, they don't know what it is to suffer, to be at the bottom of society, no money, constantly being oppressed for your money. You know, it says, but they that will be rich in temptation and a snare and into many foolish and hurt, Slakia, but they that will be rich will be rich fall into temptation and a snare and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. You see, it brings you to destruction at the end of the day. All right. Then it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. You see, money itself is not, you know, the root of all evil, because we have to use money in the society. But the love of money, when you put money before the Heavenly Father, it becomes the root of all evil. All right. You cannot serve God and mammon. All right. Mammon going into money. That's a money god. Right. You can't drink the cup of the Lord and drink the cup of devils, man. You see? So it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And that's why it tells you, you know, it's easier for a needle to go into the eye of a camel than for a rich man to, Salaki if I said it wrong, but for a rich man to make it into the kingdom of heaven. You see? Because you're not about, that's why the Lord doesn't deal with, you know, LeBron James type people, you know. He doesn't deal with these celebrities that have money, which at the end of the day, they just rich. They just nigger rich. All right. They don't actually have wealth that they could pass down from generation to generation. You know, that's where it's really at. Those that can pass money down from generation to generation. That's why their kids eat. That's why their families are set for life. You know, they'll literally bring, they still eating all slavery money, man. You know, that's why they own all these things. And then when they're not around, their kids own this shit, because it was wealth being passed down from generation to generation. All right. But going back to the celebrities, that's why the Lord don't deal with celebrities, man. You know, because they're all about their money. And you've seen it. You've had certain encounters where you had, you know, people that are rich run into the men of the Lord and they ain't got no time for it. You know, I can remember off top hand was not so long ago. You had Common, I believe it was Common, yeah, Common and what's her name? Damn, I forgot the girl that was with him. All right, but they had ran into I think it might have been brothers from GMS, but they ran into the word, and what they do, they had no time for it. They had to go. They didn't want to listen to it. They didn't want to listen to it because they ain't got no time for it. See, well, if they on their deathbed or they going through some hard ass times, then they want to call upon the Lord. You know, straight hypocrites. All right, so it says back to 1 Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Yeah, and that goes into these let me grab that real quick. These false prophets. A lot of these, you know, camps done took the money bag, all right, and they knew the truth at one point, but because they were all about the money bag, all right, they end up what? Falling away from the truth. All right. Give me 1 second. They fell away from the truth. Come on. This is John 10 and Start at 11, and it says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Talking, that was Yahushua, the words of Yahushua. But it says, but he that is an hireling, all right, meaning those that go for that money bag, all right. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling and careth not for the sheep. And that's, these false prophets, man, they be claiming that they care about you, but all they really want is your money. Like you see with like Sakari, all right? They all about grabbing your money, trying to act like they trying to teach you something, but they just want you to join their websites. They want you to buy their product, which you're not supposed to be making merchandise of the Lord's, of the Lord's truth. Buy the truth and sell it not. All right. You got IUIC, not so for a while. I'm pretty sure they still doing it. They charge you for some breakdowns. You come eat for free over here. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua got this truth for free. He said, if any man lack wisdom, ask of it shall be given to him liberally. Where did it say that you have to pay somebody to get this truth? You go to these harlot houses, man. They got all types of collection cups, asking for all types of money. You see, but wisdom, knowledge, truth is free, man. The truth shall set you free. Why? Because it is free. But they making merchandise of the Lord's, truth. So these false prophets, they could care less about you. When time really hits, when things really hit, so like when things really hit the fan, all right, they're not gonna be there for you. They're not gonna give you good advice. When you on the when you in a rough situation, what you think they're gonna tell you? They're gonna come and give you good advice on what to do? Nah, they're not gonna be nowhere to be found. Because at the end of the day, they never cared about you. You see? Now going back, let me grab see what brothers got over here. Yeah, what's going on for that preset? Money in the mattress. He said money in the mattress. This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust does corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. You see? Now, forget the money on this side, the treasures of this side. All right. Out here, shit the next day. You don't get to enjoy it. See, because why? This place is polluted. It's polluted with wickedness. So anything can happen. But see, the treasures, the true money, the true treasures that we have is this word that's going to lead you to eternal life, man. All right. We don't go by the things that are actually seen. The things that are seen are what? Temporal. All right. We go after the things that are not seen, which is eternal. All right. This is Proverbs 30:8. Remove from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Yeah, and what's that food, man? This spiritual food, this hidden manna right here, this truth. You see, that's what you want to be fed with. That's all you need at the end of the day. Matter of fact, what made King Solomon so powerful, man? What made him powerful was he wanted knowledge over everything else. And then with him having knowledge, he ended up gaining everything else with it. The riches, the women, you see, the finer things of life. Because he wanted he wanted the wisdom first. All right, which let me grab this real quick. This is Ooh. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 5. Wisdom, if let me get it. Salakia. It says, if riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things? Ooh. You see? Because you can have all this money, right? But your ass is dumb as hell. You have all this money, you don't know how to invest it. You have all this money, you don't know what to do with it. See, but if you have wisdom, now you know how to invest your money, what to do with it, do something positive with it. You see? You know how to save it, whatever. You have no wisdom. That's why, you know what? As a matter of fact, that's why our people is retarded as hell. Why is it that Jake, when they get some money, they go do some stupidity with it? You know, and that's why they end up losing it. Why? Because they don't have wisdom. So with them having no wisdom, they just grab money and spend it, not realizing that you just got a lump sum of change, but you're just giving it right back to your oppressor. Which is another reason why you don't need riches in the society, because all that shit is monopoly money, man. That shit is all bullshit. They give you money in the society just so you can give it back to them. And that's how these elites been making money off you all your life, you know, by putting you in debt, what do you call it? What do you call that? Interest on things. You see, that's how they really make the money. Because at the end of the day, you know, you go into that there's a couple movies on it, but you go into it's called the Zeitgeist. All right. It talks about these elites, you know, the financial system, the Federal Reserve and all that. You know, at the end of the day, all they got to do is the transaction through the computer and say, boom, you got $3 million. All right. They give you a loan. You got $3 million. You think they physically going to give you $3 million? No. They're just going to send a fucking wire transaction that says you got $3 million in your account. But they say, what? It's a loan. So you got to pay me interest. See, by you grabbing that $3 million loan, now you yourself are going to pay them $3 million for real plus interest. So that's how they make their money over and over and over again, you know, because these elites don't use money. They don't know what the hell money is. Money was created for the ghettos, man. Money was made for us to kill ourselves over it. Okay. So, matter of fact, let me finish that if I still got it in there. I think there was a little bit more on 1 Timothy 6. Nah, that was it on that. I also wanted to get Salakia, see if it still comes up. Come on. This is Proverbs 16:16. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? You see, again, showing you that this wisdom is above all things. All right. This is Proverbs 8:11. And it says, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. You see, so nothing compares to you having this wisdom. That's why it says we are rich. I know thy poverty, I know thy works, Revelations 2:9, but thou art rich, because we're rich in knowledge. Nothing's higher than having this knowledge, man. You see? Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. You know, and to have this truth, man. I mean, Salakia, to have money, that's a false gift at the end of the day. And what do people do with themselves with a false gift? They constantly boast themselves in it. All right, but that's why usually the Lord will do some shit and have your ass get robbed. You know, burn your house down, your money get burned with it. Somebody come and clear out your whole bank account with a debt, you know, because at the end of the day, Jake wasn't made to be rich. Jake was made to be rich with knowledge. We were not made to be carnally rich. with you know, rubies and you know, materialistic things, you know. Yeah, we're gonna have that in the kingdom for sure. You know, we're gonna go back to actually having our riches. All right. But again, the greatest riches of all time was having his knowledge, knowing the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, having that true power, you know, having spirituality within ourselves, you know, just even us having that God gene in us. That's rich, man. Ain't none of these other heathens have that. They don't know what it is to really be spiritual, you know, to have faith. That's another another form of riches, having faith. That's a gift from the Lord. This is Proverbs 28:11. The rich man and wise, Salaki, the rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor man that has understanding searches them out. You see, those that have this money, man, they just they smart with carnal things, man. You know, being street smart, making moves, this and that. But the one that's the poor man, all right, that has that knowledge, he'll look richer than him just pulling out knowledge on him. You know, because at the end of the day, you can't buy true knowledge, man. You have to be given that knowledge. You have to be given that gift from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And how do you do that? By, hey, praying to the Lord to give you knowledge. That's how you really buy it. You know, as a matter of fact, let me grab that. This is Isaiah 55. Isaiah 55 and 1. And it says, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that has no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. You see? So come hearken on to this word as you bind that truth for real. Like the brother had put earlier. If I could read it one more time again. He had put it up. Proverbs 30:8, remove from me vanity and lies, give me neither poverty nor riches, feed me with food convenient for me. You see, going into that knowledge. All right. That's right. I'll get back to those scriptures. Let me jump into this is matter of fact, let me finish that the rest of that little article. I think I didn't finish it up. Give me 1 second, pull it right back up. So it said Project Sandman describes 100+ nations agree that when triggered, we'll see those nations simultaneously dump the dollar and abandon the petrodollar status that has allowed the USA to enjoy 50 years of fiat currencies, counterfeiting and material abundance at the expense of everyone else. When this decision is triggered, the dollar and all dollar denominated assets will plunge to near zero literally overnight. This means all dollar denominated bank accounts, bonds, pension funds, treasuries, and other investment vehicles will essentially be worth zero for the simple reason that all banks and markets will freeze operations. This is the James Rickards ICE 9 scenario. Any funds you have in the stock market will be stuck in those markets, and the entire infrastructure of banking and finance will suffer a catastrophic liquidity. I always say that word wrong. Liquidity. Liquidity. I forgot how you say that shit. Crisis that will freeze nearly all financial transactions. All right. So it's going to freeze everything. And that's going to be the collapse of the dollar bill right there. When all these stock markets crash, all that, the collapse of the dollar bill is going to be right before your eyes. And none of this money is going to be worth anything, and then they're going to come with what? That all goes into what? Problem, reaction, solution, order, ab, chaos, you see? And they're going to be coming with that solution. And they're going to give you what? The MOTB. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. All right. Now, let me grab this is Ecclesiasticus 5:8. Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. Going back into what? Riches profit not in the day of wrath. All right. This is matter of fact, I'll bring this out since I quoted it before. This is Mark 10. Mark 10 and give me 1 second. This is 23, and it says, and Yahushua looked round about and saith unto his disciples, how hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of Yahweh? And the disciples were astonished at his words. But Yahushua answereth again and saith unto them, children, how hard is it for them that trust in riches to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai? It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle, all right, than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. You see? Let me go to you know what? Matter of fact, going back to 1 Timothy 6. Let me go down to 17. It says, this is 1 Timothy 6 and 17. Charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy, that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. You see? So instead of teaching them about how to get money, you want to teach them how to, be rich with knowledge. All right. So that they don't be proud and that they don't trust in the riches of this world. All right. It says that they do good, that they be rich in good works. Yeah. Going out there in the highways and hedges, preaching the gospel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, opening other people's minds, setting their minds free and laying up in store for themselves good foundation, going into that spiritual bank account again. This is let's go to James real quick. James 5. This is James 5:1, and it says, Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. And this is going into the elites, man. All right. Because these elites got all types of treasures. which pretty much they've been stealing treasures all their life, stealing our treasures. All right. They've been, from generation to generation, passing down different types of treasures. This whole place was built on iniquity and bloodshed, you know. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have heaped are entered into the ears of the Lord Sabaoth. All right. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you. You see, and these people, that's all they live in, man. Straight luxury. They can satisfy their every need. That anything they want, they can have in the world, man. While we sitting here suffering, while they laughing, all right, while we're suffering, and always trying to figure a way to make us suffer even more. All right. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick in my book. I believe it's in Job. Job. One second. I know it's in Job somewhere. I forgot where though. One second. It talks about how they, I believe it's in Job, man. It talks about them just passing down their riches. I ain't gonna search to it too much though. I was hoping I'd run right into it. It's all good though. Yeah, it's all good. Let me finish this up. Just a couple precepts. Let's go to so yeah, that was going into the elites, how everything's gonna collapse for them at the end of the day. All right, and the elites are the ones, the top elites are the ones that are bringing this money system down anyway. It's all part of their agenda. They've been planning this for years and years and they've been planning it for decades, man, decades upon decades. All right, but the ones that that are just rich in this world that follow off of their schemes, all right, they're gonna be howling, they're gonna be crying when this place goes down. All right, this is 1 Peter 1:18, and it says, for as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things as silver and gold for your vain conversation received by the tradition from your fathers, but with the precious blood of Hamashiach, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot. See, we weren't redeemed with riches, man. We wasn't, we wasn't redeemed with gold and silver, with money. We were redeemed through the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach. That's why this wisdom is better than anything. You see, leave all that gold and silver for the carnal minds, the ones that don't want to have knowledge. All right, so you got to take that into consideration, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, redeemed us back in blood, sacrificed himself for us to have this knowledge, this truth, for us to be able to have a grace period and have mercy from our sins, Lord willing, This is, that was the spirit too. I'll read that again. Proverbs 8:11, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. Beautiful. That's right. And the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai abideth forever. See, going into this place is going, it's just the fashion of this world, it's going to disappear. This is beautiful. Ecclesiasticus 20 and 29, presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. And when you receive money, when you're all about your money, that's gonna stop your knowledge right there. The angels gonna come and just grab your ears and just close your ears to the truth. Why? Because you're all about riches, man. You're not about the Heavenly Father and His will. All right, it's not cool enough for these people. This is Luke 12 and 15, and he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. Ooh, you see? Meaning that none of this matters, man. None of these things are gonna deliver you when the time comes that Yahweh Shai cracking them clouds. You see? You putting them that work in and making that spiritual bank accounts was gonna save you. Oh yeah, Tiffany Haddish. Yeah, that was the one. Yep, it was Common and Tiffany Haddish. Yep, and she knows she is Israelite for sure, and she didn't want to hear it. They ain't had no time for it. That's how it always is. But if you come out and you say you can win $1 million by listening to this truth, shit, Jake be around. They be around the block with a whole line like it's a welfare line or some shit. Beautiful. 1 Peter 5 and 2, feed the flock of Yahweh, which is among you, taking the oversight, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. You see? And you want to be feeding the flock, because that's our duty at the end of the day, man. We're supposed to be feeding the sheep, all right? And you're not supposed to be doing it for filthy lucre's sake. Ecclesiastes, man, Sirach be heavy with wisdom. Ecclesiasticus 29 and 11, lay up the treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. Whew. Mm. This is Ecclesiasticus 11 and 14, prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's right. The Lord is what makes a person rich. The Lord is what makes a person poor. All right. Matter of fact, let me grab that. 1 Samuel 2. 1 Samuel 2 and 6. Or 2 and 7, I believe. Yeah. It says, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and he has set the world upon them. You see? And that's what the Lord is doing with us right now. We're the poor. We're the bottom. We're the lowly. That's going to be made rich, all right, among all these damn people, man, that think they rule the world, man, and they think they're going to rule forever. But in all reality, they are the true servants, all right? This is Ecclesiastes, Salakia, 10 and 7. And it says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. You see, those that are truly rich are the ones that are servants upon the earth. And those that are supposed to be at the bottom of society, you know, the basemen that they were, all right, are the ones that are ruling the world, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You see, that rulership of theirs is, you know, time is up. It's being translated from one people to another. Why? Because of, you know, unrighteous, you know, let me grab that. There's Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus 10. And 8, and it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. You know, and that's why Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. You know, for what? The unrighteous dealings, the injuries, the riches, the true riches that they stole from us, you know, building this place based on bloodshed and everybody else's riches. That's why they got to come out of power. That's why they're going to be destroyed off the face of the earth after this slavery. You know, but that's pretty much the point. Beautiful. Beautiful. Woo, look, that's spirit. Beautiful. But yeah, that's pretty much the point, man. Hey, this society is about to fall apart. This money system is about to disappear right before everybody's eyes. All right. And I really just want to see all these, you know, so-called drug dealers, all these people that is all about their money, what they're going to do when that time happens. Because they're really going to be running around with their heads chopped off. See, we just going to be laughing because we was broke to begin with. Yeah, the Lord take care of us and the Lord give us our portion, which is beautiful. Call Haloim Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai for that. You know, that he gives us our portion to be able to survive. You know, that's what I was going into before with First Timothy the 6th chapter. You know, that they think that godliness, great gain is godliness. But see, being content with what you have is the true gain. Having this knowledge and being content with whatever you have in your hands now, that you're able to survive, you're able to pay your rent, you're able to have a little car to get here and there, you have a little money to get your food. That's the true gain, man. And having the knowledge of everything, that's the best gain ever. You know? But these people is all about having fun, pleasure in themselves. Matter of fact, let me grab that. This is Hebrews 11 and 26. It says, 25, choosing rather to suffer, because Moses chose rather to suffer with the affliction with the people of Yahweh, and this is what we're doing. We're actually choosing affliction over pleasure of things. So we sit here and we suffer, you know, which at the end of the day, we're suffering for a good cause, for a beautiful reward, you know. So we give up our time on this earth of you know, having a good old time, going left to right, you know, about with partying and all that. That shit is all given up. And we do what? We just do the ministry of the Lord, constantly bringing out lessons, you know, people partying, having a good old time. And we're out here in the middle of the cold, straight heat, no matter when, in season, out of season, doing what? The work of the Lord, which at the end of the day is going to pay off later, man. You know, the Lord is not going to forget your labor of love. So it says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And yeah, you having money is a pleasure of sin, because eventually you're going to do some stupidity with it. You know, people that have money, man, tend to do dumb shit, you know, and they love just throwing their money around, flashing it, showing it off, you know, see whose balls is bigger. I got big, you know, my money longer than you. All that bullshit, man. That's straight pride, man. So it says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. And are we not spiritually in Egypt? So having the true knowledge is greater than the riches out here in America, Egypt. You see? It says, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. You see? Because we're not looking no longer for the reward here. We're looking for the reward in the long run. You know, we're looking for that reward in the kingdom, which is all going to pay out. Lord willing, we all are of the elect. Every single one of you brothers that are constantly on the comment boards, diligent doing works on the highways and hedges, doing videos. Brothers see that. All brothers see that. We all in tune. We see we watching each other, you know, because at the end of the day, that's all we have is each other, you know, and ultimately you have Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. But see, you rather suffer for the things, you know, the afflictions of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai than to be having, you know, pleasures of sin. This is 2 Corinthians 4:16, for which cause we faint. Like I got a rubber band in the middle of my, I can read it from the top. It says 2 Corinthians 4:16, for which cause we faint not, but through our outward man, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day, you know? And that's having that strong mindset, you know, having your house built upon a rock, you know. So whenever your mind starts to go off, hey, you got to pray upon it ASAP. You know, the Lord, as a matter of fact, we're supposed to renew our spirit every single day. Throw that prayer up to be renewed in the spirit every single day, because the flesh is weak. So the flesh is always looking to, you know, go back to the ways of the world. That's why you got to be, you know, transformed in your mind. Beautiful. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. You see, at the end of the day, it's gonna pay off, man. You know, the things that we suffer on this side is light work. You know, it's nothing to be compared to what we're about to receive in the kingdom. That's right. Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. That's right. But hey, that's pretty much the point. So through the spirit, you know, I ended off on that note. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who grew well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. The Water Brothers for tuning in, to Water for the Scriptures. May y'all continue to fight the good fight of faith and enduring as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai. Hey, stay fervent in the spirit. Keep pushing. You know, a bob of ball. This place is going down. You know, it's a beautiful thing to watch it crumble. You know, but hey, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Barakatham to each and one of y'all. Barak Akim and the Akwas, man. Shalom, shalom.